And what's your message to Hamas? If they're watching this now, what would you say to them?
They need to be ready because we're coming and we're coming really hard.
Avi Yemini for Rebel News in Sderot, southern Israel, on the border of Israel and Gaza. I'm here tonight to catch up with one of the Special Forces police that was responsible for taking back this town from Hamas terrorists on October 7.
Yeah.
Tell us what Yassam is.
It's a special police unit, and actually we react to different terroristic events that happens, and that's our job.
So did you react to the attacks on October 7?
Correctly. On 6:30 in the morning, we got a message that we need to go quick as much as we can to Sderot because we got information about the invasion of many terrorists over there. And actually, when we started to drive to Sderot, next to Yad Mordechai, we got shot 2 times by RPG, and thanks God they missed us. After some fire that we were conducting over there, we started to move to Sderot because we got information by the radio that the different policemen are asking for help because they tried to invade inside the police station. And actually we arrived over here. There were like around 20 terrorists running over this road, and we started to conduct fire with them. It was really hard. I saw one of them, he tried to shoot RPG on me, and I shot him, I killed him. After that, we saw that 2 terrorists are moving across the road to the train station, and we started to run after them, and they entered to bushes. And who know how to fight, it's very complicated place to fight. We started to search for the terrorists, and after we searched for 40 seconds, they surprised us from 5 meters. They started to shoot us. We were 4. 2 of my guys were shot, and it was only me and my commander. And after like 30-40 seconds, we managed to kill them. And one of them, he was playing dead, and he threw a grenade over us. It's after the explosion, one of our guys who was already shot, he got the grenade on him, and the bushes started to burn, and he started to scream that he is burning. So I ran into the fire and I took him back to us, and we took our injured guys to the ambulance. We gave him the first aid, and we continued to fight.
So what were some of the scenes you saw here, especially when it came to civilians and in the aftermath of that attack or any attacks in the southern area?
You know, my grandmother, she is a Holocaust survivor, and I never saw scenes like I saw on that 7th of October. She told me many things about dead people, you know, from the Holocaust there, which they cut their heads or something like this, and I saw it here. I saw many kids who were killed, burned, pregnant women who were killed and shot in the head. It was unhuman. It was something crazy. And you know, like, we are fighting, we're all fighters. And even if the son of someone from Hamas will go here, I will never touch him, you know, because he is a kid. And we will never try to do something to kids because we are just defending our lands. But they invaded our land and they killed our kids, they killed our women, they tried to rape them. It was something crazy.
What would you say to people around the world who are questioning the severity of what actually took place here on that day and in the following days in surrounding areas still?
I know that the media is very anti-Semitic, most of the media, but I invite all those people who criticize, who don't believe, to come and see with their eyes, because what we saw, it was just unbelievable.
Do you or your fellow officers, do you guys hate Palestinians?
No, we don't hate anyone. We want to live in peace. We just want to conduct our life as we did before the 7th of October.
Are you worried about what's to come?
We're ready. We're not worried because we're here to defend our country.
Would you, obviously, there's a lot of criticism from, again, experts on Twitter who say what happened was horrible, but it doesn't justify what Israel is doing now in Gaza. What would you say to them?
We're fighting against Hamas. We have nothing against the Palestinian people. We want to eliminate Hamas, we want to destroy them, and we will do it.
How do you get rid of Hamas if you don't do it the way Israel are currently doing it?
You do what America did with the Osama bin Laden raid. We didn't go drop a nuke on Pakistan. We didn't go destroy 6,000 residential buildings in the middle of Pakistan. We sent in special forces. Is it more dangerous to the special forces? Of course. That's the point of special forces.
What would you say to somebody who, by the way, has no military expertise or history, never served a day in his life, but that's his armchair criticism? What would you answer to that?
You just answer to yourself. The person who doesn't have any experience cannot judge us. The Hamas is, he's using the civilians just to hide and to use them as a human shield. And of course, there are many people who are hurt from what is going on over there, and they can blame only Hamas. Of course, special units can enter and can do many things, but still civilians can be hurt only because the Hamas is using them as a human shield. So it doesn't matter if we are going to use very small operation or we will do something big, still Hamas is trying to hurt their own people.
And what do you, if Israel doesn't go in now, and because we've spoken to Danny Danon and other ministers who tell us that the mission here is to finish Hamas. What is your concern if they don't do that? If they don't finish Hamas, what's the worry?
I don't see a chance to it to happen. I think they will eliminate Hamas, because if they don't, it will happen again and again and again. And we don't want our people to die. We want our kids to live normally, to grow up as human beings. And because I have a daughter, she is 1.5, and I want her to live normal life. I don't want her to run to the shelter and to think how many seconds she has before the rocket will explode, or I want her to go to school without any concerns about terrorists coming to her school and try to kill them.
What would your message be to anyone out there in the world that, instead of, there was a 2-day grace period where most of the world was sympathetic to Israel after they saw the horrific scenes and the horrific videos from here posted by Hamas themselves. But after about 2 days, people started to paint you and your team as the evil ones, and less so Hamas. What would your message be to people that think you're the devil and not Hamas so much anymore? Or even if they think Hamas is the devil, but they think you're just as evil?
As I said, I invite everyone to come to Israel, to see what they did to us, and only, by foot and by your eyes, you can understand what we went through. And I want to say that we don't want to hurt anyone from, civilians from Palestinian side. We just want to eliminate Hamas, and we want our regular life that we had before the 7th of October.
If you think it's important for the world to hear from the heroes that actually fought to take back this town from the terrorists who brutalized the Israelis, the citizens of Sderot, instead of just listening to the internet keyboard warriors, make sure to like, comment, but most importantly, share it far and wide, because no media is going to humanize these people that put everything on the line to defend this state and these people, and that are still in harm's way. Then head over to thetruthaboutthewar.com. Make sure to follow and share our stories with everyone you know. And if you support our mission, please consider chipping in to help cover the costs of being here to tell the other side of the story. Thetruthaboutthewar.com.